I lived at Willow Creek Apartments for 2 years and 2 months. A second-floor, one-bedroom apartment. A one-bedroom with a balcony that faced the parking lot instead of the retention pond, which is why it was about $1,600 a month instead of $1,750. When I moved in, the leasing office used the property's digital inspection app to document the unit's condition. You walk through with your phone, you photograph every room, every surface, every appliance, and it gets time-stamped and attached to your file. I did that walkthrough on April 3rd, 2 years and 2 months before I moved out. I didn't think about it again until I needed it. I gave my 60-day notice in April, like the lease required. I did the final walkthrough with a leasing agent named Priya, not the one who'd done my move-in inspection. She'd left the company by then, and Priya used a paper checklist, not the app. She circled a few things, said, "Looks pretty normal," and told me the deposit would be mailed within 30 days per state law, along with an itemized list of any deductions. 31 days later, I got an envelope from Crestline Property Management. Inside was a check for $85 and a one-page itemized list explaining what happened to the other $2,315 of my $2,400 deposit. The list was specific, I'll give them that. It wasn't vague. Carpet replacement, living room and hallway, $980 for matting and staining beyond normal wear. Wall paint, 3 coats, living room, $640 for smoke odor requiring odor sealing primer. 2 sets of blinds, $210. A $310 deep cleaning fee. And $175 for patching 14 nail holes, which, fine, I'll cop to the nail holes. I hang a lot of art. 14 holes is 14 holes. But the smoke odor line stopped me, because I don't smoke, never have, and neither did anyone I ever let stay there. And the carpet staining stopped me too, because I remembered the carpet having a stain when I moved in, a rust-colored blotch near the hallway closet that I'd specifically pointed out to the agent during my move-in walkthrough, the one who'd since left. So I opened the property's digital inspection app. The account was still active because the property management company keeps move-in records on file for the length of your tenancy plus 1 year, in case of exactly this kind of dispute. The photos were still there, time-stamped April 3rd, 2 years and 2 months earlier. The stain was in the hallway. Same shape, same location already there. One of the 2 sets of blinds, the bedroom set, already had a bent slat in the second photo. There was a mark on the wall near the light switch in the living room that looked a lot like what they were now calling smoke damage, except it was there on day 1 before I'd moved a single box in. I didn't call anyone yet. I made a folder on my laptop. I put the move-in photos in it, and I put PDFs of the move-out itemization in it, and I sat with it for 4 days before I did anything else, mostly because I was annoyed and wanted to be right about being annoyed before I made it someone else's problem. I wrote a letter. Not an email. The state's tenant deposit statute cares about written notice, and I wanted something with a paper trail, so I sent it certified mail with a return receipt, which cost me $8.15 at the post office on a Tuesday. In the letter, I laid out each disputed item next to its matching move-in photo, referenced the date stamps, and asked for 2 things: an adjusted itemization and copies of the receipts or vendor estimates for anything over $50, which the statute requires once a tenant formally disputes in writing. 19 days later, I know because I checked the tracking number obsessively, I got a letter back from a name I hadn't seen before, a regional coordinator named Denise. It was polite. It was also not really a response. Denise wrote that Crestline Property Management's move-out policy requires disputes to be raised within 7 days of vacating, and since I'd waited longer than that, the itemization stood as final. She didn't address the photos. She didn't send receipts. She closed by saying she hoped I'd continue to think fondly of my time at Willow Creek Apartments, which was a strange thing to write to someone you were currently withholding $2,315 from. I called the leasing office 3 times over the next 2 weeks. The first time, I got Priya, who remembered me but said deposit disputes weren't handled at the property level anymore. They went through Denise's office. The second time, I got a voicemail. The third time, I got a different agent who told me Denise was usually in on Tuesdays and Thursdays and took a message that, as far as I know, never reached her. I want to be fair to Denise here, because I've thought about her a lot since. She's not lying for fun. She's working a checklist that some other tenants' move-out inspection generated, filled out by an agent who's gone now, and can't be asked what she actually meant by smoke odor. Denise has 40-some units to turn every summer, a new tenant already signed for July 1st on my old unit, and a company policy, 7 days, final, that isn't legally enforceable, but that nobody upstream has told her to stop citing. She's not wrong that carpet in a rental gets replaced eventually, and somebody has to pay for it. She's wrong about who in this specific case, and she hasn't looked closely enough to know that. I sent a second letter in June. This one included the photos printed out, side by side with the itemization, highlighted. I didn't hear back at all this time. Not a form letter, not a call. Just nothing for 5 weeks, while I went to work and answered other people's emails and let this one sit at the bottom of a folder called Apartment Deposit Dispute, which I opened most nights out of habit and closed again without doing anything. In July, I filed in small claims court. The filing fee was $95, plus another $15 for certified service to Crestline Property Management's registered agent, whose address I found through the state's business registry website. Took about 10 minutes once I knew where to look. Small claims in this county caps out at $6,000, so my $2,315 fit easily. No lawyer required. No lawyer even allowed to argue for either side unless both parties bring one. The court date came back 11 weeks out. 11 weeks is a long time to keep opening a folder at 10 at night. Crestline Property Management's answer arrived by mail about 3 weeks before the hearing. A form response, denying claim, citing normal wear and tear standards as outlined in the lease agreement, with a name at the bottom I didn't recognize, presumably whoever handles this for them when it gets past Denise's desk. 2 weeks before the court date, I got a call from the clerk's office. The county runs a mediation program before small claims hearings, voluntary but strongly encouraged, staffed by trained volunteer mediators, free, scheduled for the same morning as the hearing in a conference room down the hall from the actual courtroom. I said yes. So did Crestline Property Management, represented that morning not by Denise, but by a property supervisor named Marcus, who I'd never heard of before and who told me within the first 5 minutes that he'd only been handed the file the previous afternoon. He looked at the photos. He looked at the itemization. He didn't argue about the stain. He actually said out loud, "Yeah, that looks like the same stain." But he held the line on the smoke odor charge, said their vendor's odor test had come back positive regardless of what the wall looked like, and he wasn't authorized to concede the cleaning fee at all. Company policy applies to every unit regardless of condition. The mediator went back and forth between us for close to 40 minutes. I asked for the full $2,315. Marcus offered $500. We landed, eventually, on $900, carpet and blinds fully refunded, cleaning fee split, smoke odor charge held. I signed a mediation agreement in the conference room on a county form in blue ink, with Marcus signing next to me on behalf of a company he'd been working for less than a year. The check came 11 days later, drawn on Crestline Property Management's account, for $900. I sat in my car in the parking lot outside my new apartment after I deposited it and did the math a few times. $900 against $2,315. Against filing fees and a certified letter and a Tuesday afternoon in a courthouse basement. I don't know if that's a win. Denise never wrote back, not even after the mediation. I don't know if she ever found out how it ended, or if the file just moved to a different desk the way files do. I still have the folder on my laptop. I haven't deleted it. I'm not sure why.